What's up, coaches? Hope you're doing well. Here is Thursday. A reminder that the warm-up is posted in a separate link at the top of today's page. Feel free to be creative, make the warm-up your own, as long as it's well thought out and it fits within the confines of today's class. So we're going to be doing a gymnastic-based strength. It's relatively short. We're going on the minute for 7 minutes, a combination of toe to bar plus hollow body holds. What we want to focus on with the toe to bar is beginning to lean back to close the distance. So if I'm doing toe to bar and I'm trying to stay completely straight up and bring my toes all the way up to the bar, it's nearly impossible. You have to be really strong and really flexible. So what we have to do is begin to lean back to close that distance. I do that by pressing down on the bar with the lats. There is some definite prerequisite strength to make this happen. If someone doesn't have strict pull-ups, it's unlikely they're going to be able to create the lean back with the lats. But for those that are ready and capable, we want to really focus on leaning back. I often say, get your belly button to the ceiling, in order to get my toes all the way up to the bar. These toe to bar reps are strict, 100%, no swing, no wiggle, a truly strict, controlled repetitions. Your scales being toe to bar, knees to elbow, knees to chest, and then from there coming off of the high bar onto the floor to do the toes to rig. All right, hollow body position. Remember, focus on creating that canoe style shape. The limbs out and away from the body determine the difficulty. So if I have straight arms and straight legs, that's the most difficult. But if that's bringing the low back off the ground and ruining the hollow shape, they need to bring their arms and legs back in close to the center. All right. Run a primer here, all right? Just like you would in a workout, meaning that go ahead and go through a full minute. Have them do their 3 to 5 toe to bar or their scale of, have them do the hollow body, and then go around, coach them up, change anything you need to change before you actually run the on the minute cycle. All right, today's workout, we're dubbing this the King. This is very similar to the Chief, thus the name. So it's 5 rounds for max reps. Each 3-minute cycle is going to be an AMRAP. We'll take a 1-minute break. They're going to start at the beginning of each round, meaning that there's always a fresh cycle starting with the hang power snatch. Some different options here. Social distance stuff should be fine. They have all they need within that single station. The fitness option here is going to be hang power snatches with a dumbbell, alternating style instead of using a barbell. So let's dive into the stimulus. So this is definitely an aerobic style interval piece. The rep ranges are small, which should allow athletes to keep moving. However, pacing is very evident here with the 3-to-1 work to rest ratio. The 1-minute rest is going to feel very, very short. The approach to the first couple rounds should be moderate at best, and then that moderate pace will become tough as they get into round 3, 4, and 5. We want to train with intention, right? Big thing this week and throughout the near future, every snatch, every push-up, every lunge, we're not moving just to move, or moving with a purpose. So let your athletes know what is the purpose of that particular movement. All right, so I would love to, if you have the time, to go through a super simple introduction to the snatch before we jump into it in the workout. You don't have to use this one, I'm just giving you an example. What I would likely do is have them grab their PVC or empty barbell, and then I'm gonna go through just one cue-based snatch drill. Load, jump and punch. That load, that above the knee position, jump and punch. Recover. Load, jump and punch. Recover. That's the most common cue I use for beginners, especially in the snatch. It seems to simplify things when people are thinking too much. So jump and punch is my favorite snatch cue. If you don't want to use that one, just use something to get that snatch movement going before you jump into the actual workout. All right? So let's talk about the snatch a little bit. All reps require a 1-second pause in the power position. This is for technique's sake. This is to show that they own that movement, that they're not rushing through it. We want to really work on avoiding those matrix style snatches. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. These things, when things start to get weird, my feet and my hands are hitting at the same time, and I'm pausing in that position right here. 1, 2, doesn't have to be long. We're clearly doing a power snatch, catching the proper position. We own that position, and then we're moving on to the next rep. The volume will add up here. I know it's not that many reps, but it will be lots of rounds over the course of the 5 intervals, right? So the volume will add up. It needs to be a light to moderate load, and we're going at least 12 unbroken when fresh. Fast hands, fast feet. Love that cue for the snatch as well. Fast hands, fast feet. Hand release push-ups, quality of reps, range of motion. As long as people are working to create that consistency in their technique, they can split the reps however they like. We fight the worm. We don't want the worm. Make sure you're scaling here. People worm their way through. They don't want to scale. They don't want to scale because they can do the movement RX. That doesn't mean they shouldn't scale. Put a plate underneath their chest. Put them in the rack to do angled push-ups to make sure that they're creating great quality. All right. And finally, the bear hug lunges. So we're going to be alternating sides. So you'll have your med ball squeezed in that bear hug position, stepping back 1, stepping back 2, until you go 4 on each side. Okay, that should be a relatively light movement that people can kind of step back and go unbroken. Lose the weight if needed. Honestly, sometimes a light weight in the front can balance people out, and it actually helps them achieve a little bit better range of motion. Cool. So for the primer here, very important, go through 1 full round. Okay, go ahead and go a set of 2, 4, and 6. That the reps should look very crisp and easy in that round of 2, 4, 6 if they've made good choices with their scales and their movements. All right, train with intent. We'll see you guys later.